I'm just calling to say I
am so troubled by the soul of mine. I've said those words so many times. I need you in this life. I need you in this life. I am so troubled by the soul of mine. I've said those words so many times. I need you in this life.
I'm here with my sister and her boyfriend Dave, and we're talking about issues with the homeless and relationships at the moment, actually, when it comes to abuse and drug abuse and all that. I've been through this with my ex, like I was saying. Cherish had a very hard relationship with her parents, which developed into a habit of abuse. And that really leads to drugs very easily.
Yeah, they seem to go hand in hand. One can't exist without the other, it seems.
Oh yeah, it's and I see that drug use, like she had it developed from an injury or something, you know. It was a type of medicating.
Oh, so it was
herself.
like
It
a
was self-medication.
pharmaceutical addiction.
Yeah, it started with opioids that lead to painkillers that lead to the opioid and
Right.
that side of drugs, you know.
The addiction born of big pharma.
Oh yeah. The one that basically we're all indoctrinated into at a young age.
Yeah. Someone tells me that's a whole nother recording.
Oh yeah, that's another issue. But this all ties into homelessness, because a lot of people have this stigma that they're all on drugs and they're all addicted to something or some type of mental health issue, and that's because
Well, they're
the
only
situations that they're in.
they're only tracing it back to a symptom. They're not tracing it back to whatever the root problem may be.
The true cause.
And I'll tell you what it is. The majority of it is caused by depression. I mean, period. There's all kinds of homeless. There's the homeless that want to be homeless. There's homeless that don't even do drugs.
Oh yeah.
But the majority of us, what happened was something in our lives became so overwhelming that we needed to mask or medicate at all costs. And it didn't matter whether it meant we were spending the rent money or not.
Yeah.
Because the rent's due in 3 weeks. We need to feel better now.
Oh yeah. I've
And
seen that with addiction.
The consequences of that choice eventually is going to be homelessness. And once that happens, instead of rebounding and starting to utilize resources and trying to undo the situation you just found yourself in, it just becomes another reason to medicate.
Oh yeah.
So
That's
now, before you know it, you just exist, and you're not even trying to not be homeless anymore. You're just trying to exist through the day. And the only thing that matters, and it don't matter that you don't have a job, what matters is, hey, I just went out and got $20, I can go get high again.
Yeah.
And then people want to say, well, you're homeless because of the drug addiction. No, I'm addicted to drugs because I went through a massive depressive spell because of whatever happened in my life, whoever I may be, whatever my situation is. And medicating it became more important than paying the bills.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
It's really where it starts.
that's a whole part of it too. I mean, like when you come down to it, it's a self-medication to feel better about your situation and where you're at.
And I
Because
think that
it's not necessarily that you didn't look into psychiatric or any type of help. It's just, you couldn't or you wouldn't, or it's not what you thought was appropriate at the time.
you might have even been in some programs, and they were just failing to help you.
Oh yeah, that happens a lot. I used to look at psychiatry and the way that they do everything and never gave it a real chance. I've been through a couple of different programs, whether it be for mental health or just our childhood with the school, and thinking that we were like this
Behavior problem.
not behavioral problems. It's just
I can't get to my later.
I don't know how to explain it. What they thought we were, or what we were going through. We were just quiet, shy kids.
I was just gonna say.
I was.
So
At least I was a quiet, shy kid.
They assumed you needed
Before
more
I became
one-on-one
this loud
attention, smaller
person.
class sizes,
Yeah.
and the only solution public schools had for that was the slow class.
Oh yeah.
Because I remember I got put in the slow class just simply because they thought I needed more one-on-one attention, not because I wasn't
So-
getting the assignments.
They didn't know what to do with me.
Yeah.
I would test so high that they would put me in the advanced classes, but they would put me in these classes and I wouldn't be able to pay attention because they would bar me.
So your grades would
So
suffer.
the grades would suffer, and I wouldn't come because I'd skip, and they'd put me back into the slow cat class.
Mm-hmm.
So they kept on doing this for years because I kept on testing out the roof.
Now imagine being stuck in that cycle and having a father that would put his hands on you every time the school called.
Oh yeah, I couldn't.
So I got caught in this loop of I go to the school to be safe and I put trust in the school and the adults there to keep me safe, yet they're the one getting me beat at home. And they know it. Every time they call my parents, they know what's going to happen because they see me the next day with the bruises and shit.
Well,
But they
Cherish
would-
went through a similar thing. She was telling me. It's not that her dad was abusive either. It was her mom. Her dad was a truck driver like ours, and he was barely around. So like, she didn't do much like our mom. Not that our mom was bad or anything. She just let things get a little out of hand every once in a while.
All parents have their own techniques.
Oh yeah, and it's not easy doing it by yourself.
No,
Uh,
not at all.
But yeah, her mom and she had a drug problem. And when you start off in an abusive relationship as a childhood, it structures your whole life in the way that it leads towards abuse and drugs.
You become a product of your environment.
Oh yeah, you are definitely a product of your environment. You can I'm not going to say you can only go so far, but that's where you start. That's your starting point. That's your ground. That's your what do they call it? Foundation.
Yeah, it's your baseline. When you become an adult, that's your baseline to blossom into whatever the adult you're gonna be for the rest of your life. And if it's off center, then whatever you blossom into is gonna be off center.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's where. What were we talking about? We're at the structure of.
Everything being off kilter if your foundation isn't right.
I'm not going to say that you won't eventually get better or it won't get better, because anything is possible as long as you stay positive, which is not easy to do when you
No,
don't
not
have
at
a place
all.
to go at all.
Right.
I've been trying to get a shower for the past week, and it's not because I was able to find a place that took me in. I was lucky that I had a friend that was actually helping me at the moment.
You can get a shower every morning at the hospitality center.
Yep.
There's a hospitalities.
Yeah, at 530 Church Street. You can get your mail there.
530
Everything.
Church Street.
Yep.
Church Street, Hospitality Center.
Hospitality Center,
Did you get your mail
Norristown.
though? Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
cool. In Norristown, Pennsylvania. If you need a place to go to get mail, get a shower.
They have breakfast every morning.
Okay.
St. John's right next to them has lunch every day.
Yeah. I'm all about putting the resources out there. You
Absolutely.
Gotta, if you don't know where to go, you
Figure
have
if we're
to
gonna plug Zippo Flints, we could plug the hospitality
Yeah,
center.
most definitely. I'm trying to help anybody any way I can, especially if they're in a situation like you guys and what we have gone through. Said this is my sister Jessica, and this is her boyfriend Dave. They've been homeless for a little bit longer than I have. I've just gotten back from Ohio, like I've been trying to explain.
And it seems like we've hit every level of homelessness within the last year. We've been transient in hotels, we've been couch surfing, we've been in and out of facilities, we've been in tents on the river, which is where we're at right now. The way I see it, though, that means we got nothing but the get better to experience. We've already hit every level of the homelessness there is.
Once you get to the lowest level of the way to live, there's nowhere to go but up.
Right, exactly.
Nothing but positive from here, right?
On this Eagleville thing, here's what we told Dad. She wants to go right fucking now.
Yeah.
Like she literally has been nothing but fucking mean to me because I won't let us go yet.
Oh, I understand. My family can be a little bit impatient.
Here's why I won't let
I
us
think
go
we get
yet.
that from Mom. But Dad can be impatient too, so
Here's why I won't let us go yet.
yeah.
We have loose ends to tie up
Oh, okay.
before we can both go somewhere long term and just let everything street go and get comfortable and stay where we're at until we are ready to be done.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking 6 months, maybe a year. Not just in for a week like we've been doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A
Because we're
good,
both in there
good
together.
period of a good time, yeah.
Right, we go in together, we come out together.
Yeah.
We work on our personal shit in there and our relationship shit. That way everything is growing and moving forward at the same time, and there's nothing to hold us back upon release.
When it comes to my impatience and doing stuff like that, I found that my impatience has destroyed everything I've ever wanted. I've learned that I might be frustrated that I'm not doing what I want to do now. I might be frustrated because I don't have what I want right now. But I've learned to accept it and move on because things will happen as they're meant to happen on their own time.
I'm just going to ignore that.
And I'm going to go with that time flow over my own because
Right.
if I relax and do things right, it'll come out the way it's supposed to be and the way I want it to be.
You gotta look before you leap.
That's where, like, you don't want to rush in. You don't want to rush into a situation that you're going to end up backsliding, right? That's what
She's-
they call it, backsliding?
She's rushing though because she genuinely needs to be in there.
I have some mental things that I have not yet processed.
She's going through some shit that she ain't even she won't let me even speak about to Dad.
I
That
understand.
it's rocking the shit out of her, and
What?
I can't keep her safe anymore. So there is an urgency there. But what we told Dad is, we'll go. Here's what we need. We need the stuff to go in there with. We're not going in for a week, Dad. We're going in for half a year or better. We need some clothes. We need some hygiene stuff. When we get that, we've already got all. We spent the last 3 days tying up all our other loose ends. She's had over $3,200 verified issued by Social Security that is just not showing up at the house.
I've been having problems with my mail also, but I think I understand where that's coming from.
Bottom
But
line,
I'm also working
there's-
on trying to get a P.O. box, so, like,
You can use
I
the
don't know.
Church Street address, the hospitality center, to get your mail. You can take your mail there every day.
Okay,
Our
I
bottom line is we
understand.
don't have the money to
But
spend on
the
it.
T.O. Yeah,
And Dad's bottom line is he doesn't either. But Social Security's bottom line is, well, we sent you $3,200. So we just keep waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting to go, and she's getting further and further and further in need, and so am I. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to keep her sane and myself sane at the same time is taxing, to say the least.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, it's hard out there. Especially like days like this, it's raining.
And
You
it's
all both
supposed to
got
rain all
rain
week.
slickers, and you're outside all day, all night. You don't know what to do.
There's another part of what's driving. Both of us, not gonna lie. Warmth, security, safety, indoors, 3 meals a day. Our medications, showers. Yeah, there's no reason really to wait except We've got all our other loose ends tied up. All legal matters, all parole-related things, all...
You got nothing to lose but more to gain by going into a rehab system like this. I understand, and it's frustrating, none of doubt, to have to wait and be able to get in, especially when it's something that you need like this.
And we've even got direct admissions with this facility through our old therapist. We don't have to go through the emergency room or nothing. It's just bing, bang, boom, done. All our ducks are in a row except for this issue. And I know Dad's just as frustrated as we are.
Oh yeah, Dad's in a hard place of his own. Like I've been saying, a lot of people have been living paycheck to paycheck, barely keeping up with the bills, and are like almost one step away from being homeless.
And look, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Jessica's panicked because I have been educating her on custody laws in Pennsylvania. And she's right on top of running out of time